Bonjour YouTube! Je suis Max David, and we are back for our third podcast on the Alternative Show on YouTube.
Yeah, that was Max's completely not racist French accent. Aside from that, we are talking about music and not French accents today because we have 4 more songs that we have found over the last week that we want to bring to you.
Last week, we spoke a little bit about the fact that this week, we were expecting a new release from Timid Soul, our sort of weird, trippy trap artist. And although we're trying to move a little bit further away from trap because, well, everything that comes to us at the moment is trap.
Yeah.
Which is what we're trying to avoid.
We're not trying to avoid it, we just don't want to be seen as a trap channel, because we're not.
Yeah, we don't want to confine ourselves to one genre. So for me today, we have something from the new release by Timid Soul and the Joe Ford song that we couldn't quite fit into last show.
Yeah, and I have got a new release from an artist I found this week called Suna. Okay, and I've also found a song from Kygo, which is a year old and didn't come out this week. So, yeah!
First song is by Timid Soul. It's called Veronica. And it's from their new EP Bubblegum, which came out 3 days ago.
3 days.
You're watching this on Thursday.
Yes.
Or any other day.
Yeah, but if you are watching this on the day of release, it did come out 3 days ago. But obviously, if you watched it on another day, it could have come out any time ago.
The whole EP is full of this sort of minimalist, weird, glitchy trap stuff. Some of it, admittedly, I mean, if you know about the drums in Chillwave, they're quite trippy and like they sort of fall over themselves. One of the songs from this EP takes that to a new extreme and just doesn't sound like the drums fit. But a couple of songs from it, like this one, are done really, really nicely.
I haven't heard this yet, but I do actually quite enjoy this. So far, it sounds nice.
So, for anything from Timid Soul, always has those really sort of tight, glitchy vocal cuts.
I really like it when an artist is very it's very recognisable. Like, you don't need to be able to know who the song's from. If you can listen to a song and tell who made it, I think that's like an achievement. If you don't know the song, like Wave Racer is exactly the same. There's always that like da-na-na-na, and you're like, yeah, I know Wave Racer. It's the same with these guys.
They did use a lot of real drum sounds, and that's what I feel is missing in trap. Because the song you played last week had real drum sounds in, and it makes such a big difference. I mean, you could call it like
really unexpected.
It goes double time.
I thought that had literally gone over to the next song there. It was like another one of your songs I hadn't heard, but that's really go on. Keep going. Drums, yeah. Drums.
With natural drums, I think it takes on a completely different feel, and maybe you could call it natural trap.
Yeah, I think that's a nice way to put it, because I think although it is very distinctive of trap, it does grow a little bit tiresome, that 808 drum sound that's just always like it's always in just
trap, R&B, just any like mainstream music in the charts. It always has a role.
Brett Domino points it out in one of his videos on how to make a hip hop song, is that you literally just need an 808 drum sound on that one snare sound, and it is in so many songs. Once you hear it, if you listen out for it, it's horrible, all over the place.
Right.
On
to Dave's song.
My song! Okay, my song. This is Suna.
Remember the confident pronunciation.
Future Boss by Suna. And it was actually reposted or liked by Polar Youth, and that's how I found it. And it is just such a nice song. And it's not trap. It's not another trap song, don't worry. But, but it is really nice. It's so chilled that it is playing, and you're not even aware of it.
Turn it up.
No, it's...
More 8-bit.
Yeah, it's really... Yeah, I don't know why I've sort of fallen into this, but I do really like songs that have that sort of 8-bit synth to it. Not because it's sort of video gamey and stuff, because it does have those connotations, but I do just really like the sound of that synth. It does sound sort of cute and nice.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair enough. It's sort of small.
Yeah, and I'm into like these really sort of chilled songs as well. The other one I've got is actually a chilled song too. And just they are nice to listen to, because you can again pick out all those little nuances of brilliance in them. But even if you don't just listen to it, they are just nice to have in the background, and they do have that effect on you where you sort of just sit there. Got to say anything? Or just...
No. I know this. This is future bass. Or it's basically just this, you know, in Say by Polar Youth, these big chords that go like,
Yeah.
That's future bass.
That's future bass.
Yeah, huge, massive synths, and then with little gaps in, like fills and stuff, and little samples going on.
I really like future bass then.
It's good, isn't it?
I didn't know what future bass was 5 minutes ago, but now I know that I like future bass. Anyway, I haven't even looked at some of the stuff that Suna's got. I just saw it on my stream and thought that sounded really nice, and I put it in the show. But I'm sure everything else that they have is good, so check them out anyway. And I'm going to be looking at all the other stuff they have, and if they are good, there'll be another show anyway.
Secret time.
Secret.
Dave doesn't know this is happening.
Yeah, alright, let me just, before you do whatever it is you're going to do, Max told me earlier today that he had a surprise for me. I was not told what it was or anything about it. I was just told there's going to be a surprise. I thought it was music, but I've been told it's not music, so I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
No.
Well, unfortunately, cameraman Tom isn't here today.
I know what this is!
But he gave us a little something. The Farmed Insect Company. If we look on the back,
Bamboo worms, isn't it?
on the label, bamboo worms. I don't know anything about them, don't know where they're from, but I ate a few earlier.
Max ate a couple of these earlier, so much to the extent when we were singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, he could fart in time. Like, reliably.
Alright, so I'll get you a nice, big, juicy one. They're not juicy because they're dried, but
I don't want them to be choosy.
there you go. Look at those eyes. Basically, I ate quite a few of these. Alright.
You ate some voluntarily.
Yeah. But yeah, cameraman Tom can't be with us today.
So Claire is
He's
our
not dead,
replacement.
but
No, yeah.
you can see the little legs on it. And the
I don't want to see it. Can we just eat these and get it over with, please?
Yeah, sure. So initially it's like, oh, it's quite nice. And then it just tastes like wood. And then the aftertaste comes. It's not great, is it?
Tastes like wood.
Yeah, it does taste like wood. Put
Not
those
like-
aside. You alright?
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, okay. We've used up too much time eating bamboo worms and listening to trap, so we're gonna have to be quick with these next two songs. This one is from Joe Ford, and we couldn't put it in last time, but we managed to put it in this time. And it's sort of like this sort of drum and bass.
I'm already opposed to this because I don't like drum and bass. You can prove me wrong, and there are examples of drum and bass that I don't mind.
You'll see, my friend, this is no ordinary drum and bass. This drum and bass features the best FM synthesis in any drum and bass. You know that amazing sound from Coan and Monson and Culprit, like sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wait till the chorus.
I don't know if I want to, really. Okay, I can appreciate elements of it, and by that,
I mean, this song is
Okay.
up there with Culprit on sound design.
sound design is good.
Drops coming.
Sound design's good, but I just feel like drum and bass just isn't that nice to me. It's kind of the same thing where I feel about like metal and hardcore sort of rock and stuff. I just can't enjoy it.
I think that's fair enough, but you have to appreciate these sort of things.
I can appreciate it.
This is the sound design!
Have you ever been in a club and loved the drop so much that you just started like...
He's recently been BBC Radio 1's like guy to watch because he's just so incredible. But what's really cool is that we found him a year before the BBC.
Last song! This one...
Last song!
Last song! Okay, so...
Last song!
Oh, Jesus Christ. This one, as I said at the start of the show, this one is actually a really old song. It's like a year old, but I was looking at Kygo. I'm not quite sure. Last song. I saw Kygo come up with my newsfeed because I really like his stuff. I never realised that I realised I'd never listened to this song before. I really like it. It's a remix of Ed Sheeran's I See Fire, which was like, I think it was like the theme tune or like the song that accompanied one of the new Hobbit films or something. And I really like it. Kygo always has this really sort of chilled, sort of nice way about doing his remixes. And even when he's doing song that's quite a big, energetic song, he still sort of really calms it down. And if you listen to Sabino, whatever she's called, her song Younger,
Yeah.
when 20 as Well did a remix of it, it was like the most crazy, energetic song ever. But if you listen to Kygo's remix, it's still this really sort of like chilled, nice thing. It's the same with this. Like this is a really, this one isn't exactly a fast song, but the way he does it is really nice and really sort of minimalist and tasteful. I really, really like it.
Yeah, and my only criticism of Kygo is the fact that his music is always very linear. He never experiments, and he's always got that sort of fall to the floor when it gets into it. Although he's exploiting something that's very, very good. It's very simple. It's really, really nice to listen to, and you can do it to almost any song. For me, music production and sort of like evolution of an artist, it's a bit boring.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I do admit that his songs are a little bit samey, but the thing is, if you like his songs, one of his songs, you're gonna like all of them because
I agree,
they are similar enough for you to not be out of your comfort zone when you listen to another one, but they're different enough for you to like it. That's why I really, really like his stuff. And yeah, when a new song by him comes out, I'll listen to it, but it won't be as like, oh, this is gonna be amazing, it's gonna be something brilliant and new, like when Cohen Sound bring out a new song.
Yeah.
But when he brings out a new song, you know it's just going to be good because it's going to be the same as everything he's done, which has been to a really, really high standard. And that's what I like about it. It's time for
2 minutes of mainstream music madness. In this 2 minutes of mainstream music madness, we have 2 points of mainstream musical madness.
2!
One which isn't very musical
One that isn't very musical mad.
One that isn't very mainstream, and
One that isn't
the other
very
that is mad and musical.
And one that is mad and musical.
Numero uno! I know we've all heard of Skrillex and Owsler, his record label. Recently, Owsler posted something very special to me. You know Make It Bundem by Skrillex?
I saw you repost this.
Yeah. Found it this afternoon. Culprit has remixed it.
Really? Culprit?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it was Culprit.
Has remixed Make It Bundem.
This isn't mainstream music,
It's
man.
not as good.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's Skrillex, so it's sort of
Oh,
mainstream.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So, although it's not as good as the original, because it's very difficult to do that, it's still a fantastic song. We strongly recommend you check it out, especially Culprit, because he's absolutely amazing.
The
Doors! I'm sure we've all heard of All About That Bass.
No trouble.
Was it Trouble?
I think that's the play
Treble.
on words. It's treble, but it sounds like trouble because he's like, no, cheddar.
I'm sure we've all heard of Meg Hun, because she spells her name incorrectly. And she recently released a new song, which on Tuesday of this week was Radio 1's track of the day. No idea why. Absolutely no idea why. It's awful to begin with, as was All About That Bass. Bathe. No treble. And not only is it rubbish, and instrumentally, one of the worst songs ever, along with All About That Bass, it uses half the lyrics from All About That Bass.
Actually.
It's just like, I bring that bass. And she raps.
Does she rap?
What is the obsession with female rappers?
Rappers like Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Nicki Minaj. Iggy Azalea and Meg Hun something.
Trainer.
That's a
She's
shoe.
named after a shoe.
Okay, thank you for watching this one. This is the third one we've done, and if you're wondering if we're going to bring out one next Thursday, we will be, despite the fact it's Christmas Day, we're going to be bringing you a Christmas special, and it's going to be great.
Fortunately, we're not going to have any new releases because we are pre-recording it as I'm in Germany for Christmas. We are expecting a new release from 20 SYL sometime soon.
And also, because we're going to be away for 2 weeks, there's going to be sort of 2 weeks between us recording it. Hopefully, there's going to be so much new stuff to bring you. And the Thursday after the Christmas special will be a ridiculous show. That'll be the fifth show of the series. The fifth show. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and comment and anything. Make sure you contact us if you would like to have your songs featured. We had loads and loads of comments and loads of contact, and we have made sure that you at least get on the Facebook page, even if you don't. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you all next week. But until then,
Stay alternative.
And then when the drop is, it's like boom, just a massive overcompressed file. It's quite 8-bit, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But like I think it must have multiple layers. It does get these sort of like chords that
I'm quite happy with because I grew up listening to I'll take that.
so,
Yeah, exactly.